Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Mic check 1, 2, 3. And a good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Woodbine Mohawk Park on this Friday, August 25th, 2025. An 11 race qualifying session set to get underway. Track is fast. Temperatures pretty comfortable out there, but pretty strong wind that'll be pushing them home. Should be in their faces as they move up the backstretch. Horses for the first, getting in behind the starting gate. It looks like we'll have a slight delay here and they'll have a reformation in a moment. All right, here we go now for the first qualifier today as the gate's in motion. The field is lining up. We're on the pace here. Gate into the stretch, and here they come for qualifier number one. Off stride number one, HP Terpsichore resets. The others are sent on their way. Off here in qualifier number one towards the inside, All-Star Willow is going to get the first call. Down the middle of the track is One for My Baby. Crossing on over is going to be Happy Play. Also following from the outside is Silky Choice. Then we will go back to Britta's Best Bet, who will be followed into the first turn by Papa Joe. Then to HP Terpsichore, who is second from last. The trailer is going to be Just As Bright Idea. As they come to the opening quarter, it's up on the board in 28 and 3. So off the 28 and 3 opener, the Pacers will hit the backstretch, and fronting this field for trainer driver Matt Dupuis is All-Star Willow. This daughter of All Bets Off was out in front by a length and a half. Two-hole ride right now for One for My Baby. Then in third, that is Happy Place. Fourth up the backstretch is Silky Choice. Behind that one is Britta's Best Bet. 2 lengths then to Papa Joe. HP Terpsichore, and then the trailer is going to be Just As Bright Idea. They raced by the half in a time of a minute and a fifth, so they were heading into the wind there, and that's will be in their face through the second quarter. It'll be pushing them on home, and as they make their way into the far turn, nothing changing here in terms of the order. All-Star Willow is still out with the lead. Second is One for My Baby. In third, Happy Place. And then right behind that one, looked like maybe Silky Choice was getting ready to pop on out from fourth, being followed then by Britta's Best Bet, HP Terpsichore is moving on the outside. 3/4 time, 131. And the Pacers will kick for home now with the wind at their back. And out of the 2-hole pops One for My Baby. And One for My Baby will overtake All-Star Willow. There is Silky Choice moving up into second. Happy Place up the rail is Britta's Best Bet. It is One for My Baby. Silky Choice with a little push here late. It'll be One for My Baby. Silky Choice was second, finishing in third. That was All-Star Willow tight for fourth, 158 and 1. Starting gate moving into position for today's second qualifier from the inside out, we have PL Rainbow Dash, Maestro Sealster, Griff, Century Jaguar, Devil's Arch, Hasty Bid, Johnny Buckshot, My Holy Moly. Starting gate making its way to the top of the stretch. Here we go. Qualifier number 2. They're off and trotting, and down the center of the track, Century Jaguar gets out to a nice beginning. Devil's Arch, the next door neighbor off the wings, will drop in a second. There is Griff at the inside third. To that one's wheel, Hasty Bid to get away in fourth. Maestro Sealster is at the inside fifth. On the outside, that's My Holy Moly, who will try and get in front of a few rivals. Johnny Buckshot second from last, and the early trailers PL Rainbow Dash. Century Jaguar through the opening quarter in 29 and 2 leads it by about 3 lengths as they'll move to the backstretch. Devil's Arch is in second. Griff is following there in third. Then fourth is Hasty Bid. Finding a seat in fifth, that is My Holy Moly. 2 more lengths to Maestro Sealster. Then we go to Johnny Buckshot and PL Rainbow Dash. So a loose leader here is Century Jaguar. As Century Jaguar, the 5-year-old, trying to get things back on track, is cruising along at a lead of about 3.5 lengths, racing by the midway point in a time of 59 and 2. So as they're trotting into the wind, now onto the far turn, Century Jaguar still alone on the lead. Second then is Devil's Arch. Racing in third is Griff. Hasty Bids right on that one's helmet in fourth. Fifth is My Holy Moly. Sixth into the far turn, Maestro Sealster, Johnny Buckshot, and then it is PL Rainbow Dash. You can see them all. Still single file as they're halfway around the far turn. Century Jaguar by 2.5 lengths. Devil's Arch is getting a little bit closer now. Griff is glued to that one's helmet. 3/4 time, 129 and 4. So the trotters will spin for home. And as they straighten out into the lane, Century Jaguar has the jump on them. Back in second, that is Devil's Arch. Popping to the outside is Griff. Fanning out now, that is going to be Hasty Bid. Less than 1/8 of a mile to go. Still Century Jaguar with a couple of lengths on them. Here comes Hasty Bid now on the outside, marching up into second, coming after the leader late. It'll be Century Jaguar. Hasty Bid finishes in second. Then it was Devil's Arch third, and Griff was fourth, 157 and 3. Qualifier number 3 is up next as the horses are lining up. A field of 8 taking their positions. Inside out, Barely Buzzed. Who Are You? Stone Sawyer. Sugar Pie Honey. Out of This World Deo. Control Rocks. All-Star Bruiser. And Out of Ice. Gate picks up speed. Here they come. Qualifier number 3. The raw fan pacing, and Who Are You is getting the first call. Coming away from the middle is Out of This World Deo. Charging from the outside is Out of Ice, who's going to be forwardly placed. Away from the rail is Barely Buzz. Then it's going to be Sugar Pie Honey. To the inside is Stone Sawyer. Taking back was Control Rocks and All-Star Bruiser. But the leader coming to the opening quarter is Who Are You? And this daughter of Captain Crunch will take him by the opening panel in a time of 28 and 3. In the pocket spot, Out of This World Deo right behind that leader. On that one's helmet is Out of Ice, who was able to get a nice seat in third, close to the lead. Then fourth is the rail starter Barely Buzz. Fifth up the backside is Sugar Pie Honey. Then we go to Stone Sawyer. Second from last, Control Rocks. 2 lengths back to All-Star Bruiser. And now out from third, here comes Out of Ice. So Out of Ice is on the move as they approach the midway point and looks to rush up from third to first. A breaker off stride went Out of This World Deo while that one was tracking the top. They're by the half in 101 flat. They were going into the wind there. Now onto the far turn. New leaders Out of Ice, who strikes the front and quickly opens up 3, now 4 lengths, and is getting away on them now. Back in second is Who Are You? 2 lengths then to Barely Buzzed, followed along by Sugar Pie Honey, then going to Stone Sawyer, Control Rocks, All-Star Bruiser, and the second quarter breaker Out of This World Deo is last. It's a 5-length lead up front here for Out of Ice. The son of He's Watching is by 3/4 in 129 and 3, so picking it up there, and now into the stretch. We'll look to kick home strongly. Back in second, that is Who Are You? Racing third is Barely Buzz. Contending now is Sugar Pie Honey, who's moving to the outside, and then going back to Stone Sawyer. Less than an eighth to go. Out of Ice. The lead's down to 2 lengths, and in pursuit, here comes Sugar Pie Honey. That one's after the leader. Out of Ice almost home. Sugar Pie Honey up to the wheel. Out of Ice wins by a length. Sugar Pie Honey was second. Then it was Who Are You? Who finished third. Stone Sawyer was fourth, 157 and 4. Just about set to go with the fourth qualifier today, as the field of six will be called in just a moment. Three-year-old pacing fillies here for the fourth qualifier, a field of six, inside out. Number one is Darlene's Angel with Trevor Henry. The two is Foxy Seaside, Billy Davis. Three, Barb Leahy, Louis Waugh. Four, Macapello Sealster, Tyler Borth. Five, Wicked Pace, Jody Jameson. And six, Chantilly, James McDonald. Getting set to go with the fourth here. Season debut qualifier for last year's Canadian Horse of the Year, Chantilly. After her impressive 9 for 9 rookie campaign, she's set to go here. Part of this field of six for the fourth as the starting gate comes to the top of the stretch. And they're off and pacing. It's going to be Wicked Pace who gets the first call. To that one's inside is Macapello Sealster. There's Chantilly on the outside in the early stages. Getting away in fourth is Foxy Seaside. Barb Leahy is then in fifth. And the early trailer away from the rail, that is Darlene's Angel. So Chantilly just working up to the lead here, and she will make it to the front as she will clear Wicked Pace ahead of the opening quarter, which is up on the board in 28 seconds flat. So it's Chantilly up front. In second is Wicked Pace. And 2 lengths going back to Macapello Sealster. In fourth is Foxy Seaside. Fifth up the backstretch is Barb Leahy. Rounding things out, Darlene's Angel. Chantilly, the outstanding daughter of Big Jim. Her first qualifier of her 3-year-old season here, and she shows the way. Was a perfect 9 for 9 in her rookie campaign. She's up top by a length and a half from Wicked Pace in second. The half was it in 58 and 2. They were going into a headwind there, so 30 and 2 in the second quarter, and it continues to be Chantilly. In second is Wicked Pace. 2 lengths then going back to Macapello Sealster in third. Fourth, as they make their way into the far turn, is Foxy Seaside. A few lengths going back to Barb Leahy, and the last one continues to be Darlene's Angel. Chantilly still in control here, and she leads it from Wicked Pace in second. Then in third is Macapello Sealster. 126 and 4 was the 3/4 time, and spinning for home it is Chantilly. So Chantilly with Wicked Pace in behind second. They start to get a little bit of separation there on Macapello Sealster back in third. Foxy Seaside is in fourth. Chantilly, she's looking good here, and it'll be Chantilly by a few lengths, drawing away late on Wicked Pace. Chantilly, she's back. Her season debut qualifier, very strong. She'll win it. Second, that was Wicked Pace. In third was Macapello Sealster, 153 flat for Chantilly. Starting gates in position for the fifth qualifier, 3-year-old trotters to go forward here. So it'll be now a field of 6. Take out the number 4. Inside out, we have Mr. Jazzman with Burt Renault. That Dude, Jody Jameson. French Vodka, Chris Christoforou. The 4 is out. The 5 is Go Ahead Make My Day, Louis Waugh. 6 is Extended Session, Matt Bax. And 7, You Got It Kemp, James McDonald. Gate into the stretch, and the trotters are set for qualifier number 5. And they're off and trotting down the middle. That is going to be Go Ahead Make My Day, who is stepping out to the early lead. On the outside is You Got It Kemp. Just to that one's left, though, is French Vodka, who has the edge. So You Got It Kemp will take back into third. Extended Sessions on the outside fourth. At the rail, That Dude. And then going back to the post rail starter, Mr. Jazzman, who will be the last one out to the lead. Go Ahead, Make My Day. Opening panel was 28 and 4. So Go Ahead, Make My Day. The son of Wallner will move to the backstretch on top by 3. Second qualifier for Go Ahead, Make My Day as he gets set for his 3-year-old season, and he was a good-looking winner in 158 back on April 14th, kicking home in 26 and 3. Shows the way here today, up top by 4, nearly 5. Back in second is French Vodka. Then You Got It Kemp, his season debut. Last year's super final winner is in third. Fourth, as a near the half, is That Dude. Then to Extended Session. And the last one, Mr. Jazzman, 58 and 3 was the half-mile clocking. Go Ahead, Make My Day is just cruising right along, and the lead is out to 7 lengths. In second continues to be French Vodka. You Got It, Kemp is 2 lengths off that one in third. Fourth around the far turn is That Dude, then going to Extended Session, and a couple more lengths to Mr. Jazzman. But it's all Go Ahead, Make My Day. Coming to 3/4 with that sizable advantage in 127 and 2. French Vodka in second. Third continues to be You Got It, Kemp. Then in fourth, as they swing into the stretch, is That Dude. Go Ahead, Make My Day. Still with the big time lead coming to the 8th pole, and Go Ahead, Make My Day. Well on his way to another good-looking qualifier this morning. It's Go Ahead, Make My Day. And Waugh, battle on for second. French Vodka brought to the outside, You Got It, Kemp. French Vodka will hold second from You Got It, Kemp, but the winner was Go Ahead, Make My Day in 155 and 2. Gate is rolling for the 6th qualifier. Sticking to the trot. 1, Believe in Angels. I Believe in Angels, driven by Travis Cullen. 2 is TH Monica with Bob McClure. 3, Foxy Amy, Paul McDonnell. 4, Sprite Sealster, Tyler Borth. The 5, Mona Lisa, James McDonald. And 6 is Medley Sealster, Jody Jameson. Gate picking up speed, and here they come for qualifier number 6. They're off and trotting, and it's a good beginning for Foxy Amy. On the outside, though, is going to be Medley Sealster, who is hustling forward. Between horses is Sprite Sealster with Mona Lisa to the outside. Then it's going to be I Believe in Angels, followed by TH Monica. As they get to the first turn, at the inside is Foxy Amy, not giving way here to Medley Sealster. So Medley Sealster at that one's wheel. We'll see if it'll just drop into second as they are by the opening quarter in 30 seconds flat. Foxy Amy, Medley Sealster will land in the deuce. Racing in third is Sprite Sealster. Fourth is Mona Lisa. Fifth into the backstretch is going to be I Believe in Angels. And TH Monica is the trailer. Foxy Amy is pumped up here this morning. And Foxy Amy, she leads it by 3.5 lengths. Second is Medley Sealster. Then in third is Sprite Sealster. Fourth up the backstretch is Mona Lisa, 2 lengths in front of I Believe in Angels, followed by TH Monica. So Foxy Amy going right along here. Made over $150,000 in her rookie season. She's by the half in 1 minute and 3/5. Second qualifier of the year here for Foxy Amy, who continues to lead it. Medley Sealster is in second. Third then is Sprite Sealster. Mona Lisa, her second qualifier. She's racing in fourth. 2 lengths going back to I Believe in Angels, followed by TH Monica. It's still Foxy Amy. Medley Sealster, who was a winner in her season debut qualifier on the front, has been racing in second as they're by 3/4 in 1:30-1. Foxy Amy to the head of the lane. Medley Sealster in second. Sprite Sealster has been behind that one and now starts to move wide. And also fanning out is going to be Mona Lisa. They're coming to the 8th pole. Foxy Amy still leads it. Medley Sealster trying to come up the inside. Sprite Sealster and Mona Lisa on the outside. 4 across. Foxy Amy, Sprite Sealster, Mona Lisa on the outside. Sprite Sealster getting up to take it. Foxy Amy was second. Mona Lisa third. And Medley Sealster fourth. 157-3 for Sprite Sealster. And with 6 qualifiers now complete, we will now take a 20-minute break before resuming with qualifiers 7 through 11. Time to resume with today's qualifiers as we hit qualifier number 7. 3-year-olds and up on the pace. The number 1 is Ultra with Phil Houdon. 2, Mock Silver. Brett McDonald drives. 3 is THKC Crunch, Jody Jameson. 4 is Sweet Diesel, James McDonald. 5 is out, and 6 is Franco Santana, Louis Waugh. Gate swings into the stretch, and here they come for the 7th. And they're off and pacing and ready to rock was Franco Santana as that one just charges out to the lead. THKC Crunch is going to get away in second. Mock Silver there in third. Sweet Diesel got in behind fourth, and from the rail fifth will be Ultra. But this is going to be a big time opening quarter as Franco Santana is out to the lead. And this opening panel is going to be very quick. It's going to be up on the board in 26 seconds flat. So Franco Santana took off and was launched off the wings there, and now moves into the backstretch and hits that headwind now as Louis Waugh tries to reel this one in. Back in second, that is THKC Crunch. Then in third is Mock Silver. Fourth is Sweet Diesel, and fifth is Ultra. So after that 26-second opener here, they're definitely not going to go 26 seconds in the second split. We'll watch now as Franco Santana has that lead at about 6 lengths as the rest of the pack now starts to get a little bit closer to the leader. Franco Santana by the half in 57-3. 31-3 in the second quarter, again going into a pretty good headwind, and in that opening panel, of course, had the wind at the back. And now going on to the far turn, a 5-length leader is Franco Santana. Second qualifier for this import. In second is THKC Crunch. Right behind that one in third is Mock Silver. Meanwhile, Ultra has moved to the outside, looking to get around Sweet Diesel for fourth. So as they approach 3 quarters, Franco Santana on top by 3 quarters in 1:28.1. And now to the top of the stretch, Franco Santana looking for another big split, this time in the final quarter. And it's Franco Santana leading it. THKC Crunch, that 3-year-old son of Captain Crunch, his second qualifier of the season. And he's got some good pace here coming down the lane as he's getting a little bit closer on the leader. Franco Santana, THKC Crunch will stay in behind to finish in second. Then we'll go back to Mock Silver third. Franco Santana wins it in 1:54.4. Qualifier number 8 is up next as the gate's in position. Three-year-old trotters. The number 1 is Trophy Wife with Todd Ratchford. 2 is Angel Mistress, Mark Etzel. The 3, It's Not My Vault, Louis Waugh. 4 is Tricky Trish with Rick Zeron. The 5 is T.H. Lee, Trevor Henry. And the 6 is Heartily, Burt Renault. Field of 6 for qualifier number 8. Trotters for the 8th, ready to go. And they're off and trotting. Angel Mistress is going ahead. So too is Tricky Trish. Between them was It's Not My Vault as that one moves to the inside. Away from the rail is Trophy Wife in 4th. Then it's T.H. Lee and Heartily will go to the back. So out to the lead is Tricky Trish, and she has stepped out quickly to 4-length lead as they're going into the first turn. So it's Tricky Trish, this daughter of Trixton, to the opening quarter. Racing in second is Angel Mistress. The opening panel was up in 28 and 3. It is going to be Tricky Trish out of the first turn. Second is Angel Mistress. Third, It's Not My Vault. Then it's about 7 or 8 lengths going back to Trophy Wife, who is racing in 4th. At the back, Heartily is now trying to move around a rival and is going to step around T.H. Lee. That one a little fumbly gated. The back pair, both of them are. Off stride went Heartily, so Heartily made a break. Up front, it is Tricky Trish leading it by a length and a half as Angel Mistress tightened up in the pocket spot. Then It's Not My Vault in 3rd. 4th is going to be Trophy Wife. Then we're going back to the first timer, T.H. Lee, and Heartily has reset, or at least attempting to reset. The half was 1 minute and 3/5. Tricky Trish is leading on to the far turn. Tricky Trish by a length and a half. Angel Mistress in second. Right behind them third, then It's Not My Vault. Trophy Wife chips away at that gap and gets a little closer from 4th. Then we go to T.H. Lee and Heartily as they're approaching 3/4. Tricky Trish, she's doing the road work here. First qualifier of the season for this daughter of Trixton. She leads by a pair from Angel Mistress. 1:30 and 4 the 3/4 time, and they're at the head of the lane. And as they will march for home, we'll see if Tricky Trish can close this one out. Angel Mistress in second. It's Not My Vault. It's been biding time there in 3rd. And in 4th is Trophy Wife. Nothing changing just yet as they're coming into the final 1/8 of the mile. Tricky Trish is still leading it. Angel Mistress. Now here comes a late push from It's Not My Vault. Tricky Trish at the edge of the tote board. Almost there. Tricky Trish will go all the way. It's Not My Vault closing in at the wire. Finishes in second. Angel Mistress was 3rd. Trophy Wife was 4th. 159 and 2. Fourth qualifier, or I should say a field of four for the ninth qualifier as we continue on this Friday morning. Starter's going to have the field of four regroup here, as we'll be going with the ninth in just a bit. All right, we're getting set to go now with this ninth qualifier. Number 3, Sterling Choice, is out of this qualifier, so it'll be a field of 3. Blue Bar, 5th and 5, and Devil's Wish will be the group. The 1 Blue Bar driven by Travis Cullen to 5th and 5 with Jody Jamieson, and the 4 Devil's Wish, Jonathan Drury. Gate picking up speed, and here they come for the ninth. And they're off and pacing. 5th and 5. Who starts from the middle in this trio will get out to the early lead as Blue Bar gets away in 2nd and Devil's Wish will drop in behind 3rd. So they get lined up as they pass by the wire for the first time, and it'll be 5th and 5. The son of Better's Delight does lead it by a pair of lengths. 2 for 9 in his rookie season, made over $170,000. And on to the opening quarter. 5th and 5 leads it. That opening panel up in 29 and 2. Racing second is Blue Bar, a son of All Bets Off, made over $64,000 in his rookie season, was a multiple grassroots division winner, went 4 for 11, and then back in 3rd is Devil's Wish, the son of McWicked, that 3-year-old, had a win in his rookie campaign and is following along, but went off stride there in 3rd. So Devil's Wish made a quick break, back on stride. 5th and 5 leads it. 2nd, that continues to be Blue Bar, and Devil's Wish will get right back with them as they were by the half in a minute and a 5th. Heading into the wind there, and now they're on to the far turn. 5th and 5 leads it here for Jamieson. 26 and 3 was his final quarter in his season debut qualifier a week ago, as he was individually clocked in 155 and 2. Second qualifier of the season for 5th and 5. That's the same for Blue Bar and for Devil's Wish. 5th and 5, approaching 3 quarters. Second continues to be Blue Bar, who just tracks throughout. Devil's Wish is 2 lengths off that one. 129 and 4 was the 3-quarter time. And these 3-year-old Pacers spin for home. 5th and 5, still the leader. Blue Bar second. Devil's Wish is in 3rd. And coming to the 8th pole, 5th and 5, trying to turn in another big final quarter, just like last week, leading it by a length and a half. Sticking right behind is Blue Bar. Devil's Wish is in 3rd. 5th and 5, Blue Bar, Devil's Wish. That's how they'll finish. 5th and 5 will take it in a time of 156 and 1. Qualifier number 10 up next. 3-year-old trotters assembling. The 1 is Resolved with Trevor Henry. Number 2, Time All Emerald, Mark Etzel. 3, Abby's Medal, Rick Zeron. 4, DeLon, Burt Renault. 5, Fireflies and Thunder, Doug McNair. 6, Sunday Shoes, Mike Vanderkamp. And 7 is Seasonal, Chris Christoforou. Gate picks up speed, and here they come, qualifier number 10. They're off and trotting, and making a break at the start was the 6 Sunday Shoes. The others are coming away well. Rick Zeron's got Abby's Medal going out to the lead, as DeLon will follow that path up into second, from Time All Emerald getting away in third. There's Fireflies and Thunder on the outside fourth. Down at the rails, Resolved in fifth, followed then by Seasonal, and back to the early breaker Sunday Shoes, who's back trotting and will look to catch on up. To the opening quarter, Abby's Medal gets to cut it out. 28-4 the opening split. Second is DeLon. Third coming out of the first turn is Time All Emerald. Fireflies and Thunder races in fourth. Fifth then is Resolved. Sixth is going to be Seasonal, and then a gap of 3 or so lengths back to Sunday Shoes. Up front though, Abby's Medal now got a little bit of separation. 3/8 of the mile's been contested. She's a 3-length leader. She's a daughter of the bank, and this is going to be her first qualifier of the season, and she's doing the road work here today. She is the leader nearing the half. Racing in second continues to be DeLon, followed then by Time All Emerald in third, and fourth is Fireflies and Thunder. 1 minute and 4/5 was the half-mile time. The trotters are heading into the far turn, and they continue to follow Abby's Medal. Second is DeLon, then in third is Time All Emerald. Fireflies and Thunder is racing in fourth. 2 lengths then to Resolved in fifth, who's followed by Seasonal sixth, and seventh continues to be Sunday Shoes. As they head to 3 quarters, the leader continuing to lead by 2 lengths. That is Abby's Medal. DeLon in second, Time All Emerald in third, Fireflies and Thunder ready for the stretch drive in fourth. 1:31 and 2 was the 3/4 time. And as they're into the lane, Abby's Medal has to contend here with DeLon, who popped out from second, looks to overtake. Off stride goes Time All Emerald. Fireflies and Thunder will get around that rival. Up the rail comes Resolved late, but striking the lead in the lane was DeLon, and this one is drawing away. It's DeLon, this muscle mass colt, his second qualifier. This one's going to be a winning one, and he'll take it. Finishing in second was Resolved. Abby's Medal was third, and then fourth was Seasonal. The time was 1:59 flat. And now our final qualifier of the day is going to be qualifier number 11. 3-year-olds and up on the trot. One is 8-way roller with Burt Renault. The 2 is Blue Heroine. Jonathan Drury. 3 is Cousin Halifax, Louis Waugh. 4, Over N, Brett McDonald. 5, Dark Hammock Road, Lauren House. 6 is Jokic, Trevor Henry. 7 is Final Dream, Tyler Borth. The 8, 10 Karat Gold, Trevor Henry drives that one. As they're set to go for the final qualifier, qualifier number 11. Often trotting here and down the center of the track, Dark Hammock Road is pressing ahead. So too is Jokic, as those two are kicking on out towards the lead. It'll be Cousin Halifax there. Blue Heron is getting away in 4th, then 5th. That'll be Overend. Going back to Final Dream, who got away in 6th, 7th as they move into the first turn. That is going to be 10 Karat Gold. The early trailer is 8-way roller. Opening panel was 28 and 3. The leader is Jokic by 2. Second is Dark Hammock Road. Then in third, that is Cousin Halifax. Fourth will be Blue Heron. 2 lengths going back to Overend in 5th. 6th is going to be Final Dream. 7th up the backside is 10 Karat Gold, followed then by 8-way roller. So as they're marching up the back stretch towards the half, the leader is Jokic. The 5-year-old has the top spot here for Jody Jamieson, leads it by 2. Dark Hammock Road is in 2nd. Meanwhile, Cousin Halifax follows that one closely in 3rd. 4th is Blue Heron. They were by the half in 59 and 4. The Trotters are entering the far turn. Leading continues to be Jokic by a pair. 2nd, Dark Hammock Road. 3rd is Cousin Halifax. 4th, that's where you're going to find Blue Heron. In 5th remains Overend. On that one's helmet, 6th is Final Dream. Meanwhile, 10 Karat Gold starting to move to the outside from 7th, and in 8th, that continues to be 8-way roller. Up front now, Jokic is starting to get away. Leads it by 3.5 lengths from Dark Hammock Road. Ready to go from 3rd. Cousin Halifax couldn't wait any longer and moved to the outside. 129 and 3 for 3/4. They're into the lane. It's Jokic. Here comes Cousin Halifax now, trying to track down the leader, Jokic. Back in 3rd is Dark Hammock Road. Blue Heron is in 4th. 1/8 of a mile remains. The leader still Jokic. Good pursuit here for Cousin Halifax, who's getting closer. Might be running out of real estate, though. It is Jokic coming down to the wire. Jokic will take it. Cousin Halifax will finish in 2nd. 3rd was Blue Heron, and Dark Hammock Road was 4th. The time, 1:57 and 2. And that'll wrap up today's qualifying action. Next qualifiers here at Woodbine Mohawk Park come up on Monday morning. 9:30 will be the start time. Live racing tonight and tomorrow. Your Friday, Saturday first race post time, 6:35 p.m.